Hi there, my name is Kaylee.
My name is Shay.
And we're tackling some big debt
In the Big Apple. Happy Friday. The high is 73, so I'm right back in my long sleeve shirts that I love so much. Yes, fireworks. Because the weather's getting a little bit cooler.
Yeah, it was 93 this week.
Yeah.
But Shay is embracing fall as if it is here.
Well, I'm dressing appropriately for the weather. Because I'm also, wait, no, the people have to know. I'm wearing this cute little mini skirt. And that's what makes it appropriate for 73 degrees.
Hello and happy Friday. If you're new, every Friday we sit down and do our budget because what we get paid on Fridays.
Yes.
We use the budgeting program YNAB. You'll see as we progress throughout. We love YNAB.
Yes.
YNAB rules our lives.
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't like that as much. And it also doesn't rule our lives that much because we don't listen to it, as
That's
you'll
true.
soon see.
Yes.
But YNAB has changed my life in a lot of ways, and there's a little link down below if you want to check it out. You get a free trial. If you end up liking it and sign up, then we both get a free month.
Yeah.
So
Let's get into it.
what did we do this week?
Oh, so many things. We had a friend over.
So many things.
Yes.
Yeah, we had my friend come, and we somewhat prepared, but I would say we were ill-prepared at best.
We put together the perfect New York itinerary.
And not the perfect New York itinerary budget.
Yes. We saved a little bit, but not enough.
Last week, someone, I wish I remembered who, because it was a good idea, somebody suggested having a hosting category and saving up, because, you know, when friends are in town, we love to host them. We also, you know, live in a city that people like to visit. So when people visit, we want to do fun things with them and host them and want them to stay with us. And that kind of stuff just costs money. And we thought that was a brilliant idea. So we added that hosting category. So thank you so much to whoever it was. I don't remember. But thank you. Because we added that and we were like, wow, hello, definitely need to do that. Because you're right. We love being the house that people can go to and stay at and feel comfortable and have a good time perusing New York City.
So she got here. We had a Williamsburg day where we got pizza and took advantage of some awesome Williamsburg thrift shops. And then on Friday, we went to Coney Island.
Yep.
And that was absolute oodles of fun.
We had a blast.
Saturday,
Here's fireworks in Coney Island.
Saturday we did the West Village. We just tootled around, and there's always something fun to do and see in the West Village. Never a bad time. I love it there.
We did a coffee crawl.
We did.
We went to all the different little coffee shops in the West Village.
We tried everybody's oat milk lattes.
We did.
It was a lot of fun. And then on Sunday, we took her to our favorite restaurant in the whole entire world.
Here's some photos from that. And then we went to a cocktail bar after that's around the corner. Well, I always say around the corner, and Shay gets mad because the cocktail bar is not around the corner. It's like 5 blocks away.
8 blocks away.
It's like a block and a half away. And we walked in, and they were like, oh, hey, Di Serono is hosting a cocktail party, and if you get a Di Serono-based cocktail, your first one's free. And so we were like, okay. And I forgot how much I like Di Serono.
And then,
delicious.
Unfortunately, they were delicious. So after our first free one, we got 2 more.
We spent some money.
Yeah.
You may be thinking, wow, all that stuff sounds pretty expensive.
And it is. It is.
What are we doing next week?
Nothing.
Hopefully nothing.
I can't think of anything that we're doing.
I, for work, had a new, so obviously, I guess not all of you know, I work from home for the most part. And a lot of that is because most of my team is based in another state, but also because there is an office for my company in New York City, but it was really small and there was not like functional workspace, so I just didn't go because where am I going to sit? They moved offices, and we have a new office in New York now, and I went this week for the first time, and it is super nice, really functional. Other people who work kind of adjacent to the work I do are there. So I think I'm going to start going in on Tuesdays.
Yeah, I think the only other thing that I'm doing is I'm going to Connecticut.
When?
This coming Friday. Right?
So 1 week from today?
1 week from today. That sounds about right.
You're going on Friday?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it is the final curriculum meeting for the year.
On Friday?
on Friday, and then the opening potluck and orientation day. Yeah, it's this weekend right here, and then the first day of classes.
Oh, okay.
And I have to help the children.
Yeah, so it's been a busy week. As we said, we were like, August, so chill, never chill. So what you're about to see is going to be shocking.
Yeah.
We talked through it
beforehand.
Well, not beforehand. We set aside some money last week or the week before, sometime.
Yeah.
For if my friend came, because we didn't know for sure. And then it just obviously was not enough, as you're about to see.
Mm-hmm.
So what this week is an extra paycheck week for both of us, which is nice in theory. But what's actually going to happen is that we're going to need to use all this money to
cover overspending.
Not all of it.
No, not all of it.
But let's just take a look. Let's just dive right in. I'll explain as we go because it's not so nebulous. You're going 8 overspend categories. 8? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to do it. I don't.
Yeah.
So transportation. Fun fact: we did not budget for transportation last week.
Oh, we didn't? Nope. Just not at all?
Just forgot.
Wow.
So that's part of it.
Well, the fact that we're only overspent by $580 is really some something. Of it. Oh, never mind. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So the booze, this makes it look like we were absolute lushes and we went out and got absolutely wasted. And that didn't happen any of the times, actually.
No, it's just that
cute little cocktails.
We had cute little cocktails 4 days in a row. And in New York City, they're like $20 a piece.
Yeah. So that's just what it is. Cute little cocktails. We honestly, I'm so glad my friend got to come visit. It's the first time she ever got to even meet Shay.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm so glad she came.
Yeah.
And we had so much fun.
We really did.
And we spent so much money.
Yeah.
Which is just wacky. We ate out a lot of good places, though. We had so much good food.
We did. It was delicious. Just all around. Not a single miss, I don't think, that entire weekend.
No, we had just a really good time.
Yeah.
Household consumables, we just hadn't finished budgeting for it yet. That's backwards.
Yeah.
I picked up a prescription. And again, we hadn't finished budgeting for it. This is why we need to get a month ahead. We always say this. We need to get a month ahead. Like, this came out and we just hadn't budgeted for it yet.
We're going to do it. We're going to do it in November and December and maybe January too. We're going to get it done.
And then technology. Hold on. I did that too fast. Technology. I went into the office this last week, like I said. And I, like I also said, work from home a lot of the time.
Mm-hmm.
And I just left the house without headphones. Like, I was going to be taking calls and working with no headphones.
Embarrassing.
And then I went to Target and they had these $6 headphones. And I was like, they're not going to fun.
They're not going to work.
I almost said a bad word. They're not going to work. There's no way. I've texted her like, these $6 headphones are not going to work. But I tried it. And they work great.
For a $6 pair of headphones, they work great.
No, like, they work for a wired pair of headphones. Like, yeah. We spent $20 on some at the airport last time we went. And they work just as good, if not better than those.
Yeah.
So, you know what, the overspending, we're just going to eat it.
Yes.
We're just going to eat the overspending.
Yes, we are.
Usually
we say, save diligently, spend extravagantly, and this time we just did it in the opposite way.
We got them a little mixed up.
Yeah, that's all.
And that's all. And that's okay.
Yeah.
And not really okay. Not great. Yesterday, we had an off-camera conversation, which if you know us, you know that means it's very serious, because I don't like to do that, because I prefer to show all of our budgeting. But an off-camera conversation where I'm just like, I was just feeling really down.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was like, we overspent by like a lot, several $100s. I haven't done that in a while.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot. It was a lot of overspending. But it's like, would I rather my friend had not come? There's a friend who I've been friends with for 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
And the schedules have just not mapped out where she was able to come. She couldn't come to the wedding because she was working on the Blink 182 tour, which, like, yeah, go do that. So, like, we just, like, our paths haven't been able to physically cross in a way in quite a while because we just have busy lives. So I'm glad I got to spend time with my friend. I'm glad she got to meet Shay and get to know you and, see us in our life now. Because the last time she was in New York, I was living with 5 roommates in a tiny room in Brooklyn where I could put my hands out and touch both walls. So we have a much different life now, and it was nice to be able to share that with my pal.
Yeah, it was.
And could we have stayed home all the days? Yeah. Could we have probably spent a little less money? Yeah. I'm working. You can see me trying to talk myself into not feeling guilty about it, because it was a lot. Because it was supposed to be extra bonus, double paycheck. And now it's just going to go to our lives. And that's okay.
Yes, it is.
Life costs money.
Yes, it does.
More than ever.
Yes.
So, normally what we would do after covering overspending is flip forward and get ahead in rent. And part of our off-camera conversation was, though getting a month ahead and getting ahead in rent is very important to us, we desperately want to fill all of our categories in a month. And that's also part of getting ahead, is making sure our sinking funds and everything are filled.
Yeah.
So we're going to do rent with what's left at the end instead of starting with rent. Because rent for next month, rent that's coming out on the 1st.
Totally funded.
Totally funded. And we have $600 in rent for the next month. So although that is going to hinder us getting our full month ahead like we want to do, I also am feeling kind of icky about not having our sinking funds fully funded for too long, Mm-hmm. There's a lot of plates spinning in the air,
Sorry, what was that?
A lot of plates spinning in the air. It's a lot. What was your point? You made a good point yesterday about our dollars.
Yeah, that it's just, we don't give ourselves a lot of wiggle room because we want every single one of our dollars to have a job. And so when unexpected things come up, this is oftentimes what it looks like. And I think that's okay because we build that buffer in. But it's also, it's a hard thing to look at. And that's kind of part of the point, is that when we do unplanned spending, it's hard to look at.
That's the point. You're right. Because when we do unplanned spending, it has to come from somewhere. Mm-hmm. And the good thing about YNAB, and the thing that makes it so, I think, good for my brain, is that, okay, you're taking it from something. Mm-hmm. What are you taking it from? And so we spent all that money, and I don't regret spending that money, but it does mean that we can't get as far ahead on rent. And that's just what it means. Mm-hmm. And that's okay.
Yeah.
She says, trying to convince herself. Okay. So we're going to not put money ahead towards rent till the end. Wyatt, at the top.
Thank you.
Wyatt is my nephew/cousin. He's my cousin who's like my nephew. He's my cousin's son, the drill. And we save his age, which is 9, every week in dollars, as opposed to additional years of life. Most of all these bills are already paid and they're coming out, or they came out already. So we have 11 cents left towards YNAB. Yeah. We save $5.50 a month for Costco, and then $12.50 towards our Prime. Mm-hmm. Okay. See, I use some of the cat food and cat litter money to.
I see.
I covered some overspending here and there where I could.
Okay.
And then I was like, you know what, we're just gonna let it rock.
Yeah.
We could also, if I wanted to, go through and I could just click this underfunded button, and it would just fill all the rest of the categories. But where's the visual video fun in that?
Nowhere.
So we're going to go through and look at all of it. Because, you know what, this is also part of it. I get to fund these things, which means, again, I'm not funding that far ahead in rent, but I do get to fund all of our sinking funds and things.
Yes.
And that makes me happy.
All of our sinking funds for our children.
Cats. Cat travel. The cats aren't traveling, but we do, and we need someone to watch them when we do. Mm-hmm. It's my brother. That's who watches them when we do. And luckily, our wedding gift from him was 3 free instances of cat sitting. We've used one for our honeymoon. Mm-hmm. We're going to use one for our upcoming trip to California to visit my family. And then we're probably going to use one for our trip for your friend's wedding.
Yes.
And then we'll be out. So we got to start saving up again. Mm-hmm. And then kitten incident is saving up an emergency fund for the cats. Cats, stuff happens.
When they go to the vet, man,
it's
also expensive.
Wild expensive.
Cat fixtures, are we going to fund that?
Cat fixtures. What do we want to do for cat fixtures?
Just fill it up.
Fill it up.
Well, it says $25 needed, right?
No, it doesn't say any money needed because I turned the target off until next month. But we could put $25. There's no target here. What do you mean?
Never mind.
We can put $25 towards cat fixtures, though.
It said minus 25. Yeah. Yes.
We didn't say it needed it, though. This is just the assigned column. So this assigned column is just what has happened in the month. So we have assigned $9.92 to this because that was the target over here. But this is with or without targets.
Mm-hmm. So why did it say minus 25 then?
Because I moved 25 out of it.
Okay.
So it had 25 in it at the start of the month, but I moved the 25 out. But there was no target on it. It just had $25 in it.
Okay.
But I put the target back on for next month.
Okay.
So, but $25 a month is what the target is right now. And so this assigned column, I honestly wish you could almost maybe hide it because activity is what's actually happening in and out of the column. Assigned is just what you have done. Move stuff in, move stuff out. And this is where people often get confused. Anyway, cats, all filled up. Life, date night. Do we want to fill this up? I say yes.
Yeah. That was what you wanted to do, was fill up all of the targets. I thought we were just going to go through and do that.
Groceries is actually $100 for groceries.
Well, okay. Well, I was just going to say that I'm doing small grocery haul.
That's true. So we don't need. You don't need. Okay, how much do you think we need?
Just whatever was left.
Oh, so let's undo. 68.16.
Yeah.
You think that'll be enough?
Yeah.
We do have. Shay made a dense bean salad that she saw on TikTok.
I don't know if you've seen the dense bean
If
salad.
you're on dense bean salad TikTok,
they are just as good as they look.
She made a which one is it?
It's the buffalo chicken
dense bean salad. Buffalo chicken dense bean salad. Yeah. And there's so much dense bean salad in my fridge right now. I would say 5 pounds of dense bean salad.
Oh my god, you are so dramatic.
I'm gonna weigh it, and I'm gonna put it. Right now it says how much it is. Probably more than 5 pounds. 15.58 left in clothing. Mm-hmm. You need to start building that up.
Yeah.
There's technically $26 left in Pretty House. All of this stuff is funded? That's wild. Or is it just because I snoozed it all?
No, it's all funded. We just overspent on.
No, because haircut is snoozed.
Oh.
So how much does it think we need for haircut? $61. Grocery restock is snoozed. Yeah, see, the snoozing. So grocery restock and haircut were snoozed. Do we want to fund them?
Sure.
So we have some rollover?
Yeah.
Because I used some of this money to
cover overspending.
Yeah, I don't want it to be an uneven number, so I will snooze it again. This 177. I don't know why it's such an odd number, but $60 in haircut. I don't want to fall too behind in haircut because that means that you can't get your haircut.
Mm-hmm.
$26 in Pretty House. Hair filters are going to come out on our next subscribe and save, so we will fund that. Mm-hmm. See, look, I took money out of Wix.
Super fair.
Your website. Shay has a dance class category. Yeah. Shay is also a dancer. We don't talk about that as often.
Yes, I'm a professional actor, dancer, person. Artiste.
Paid Shaycation is a category that we have for Shay to take a paid vacation.
Because I don't get PTO.
She does not get PTO.
On my job. Dental,
we save $50 a month. Medical, also $50 a month, but I have a prescription that costs $7.50. So, you know. Your Roth IRA already came out, so we just funded that.
Yes.
Vision, $15 a month. I moved it into the high yield savings account, so.
Very nice, very nice.
Technologies, $28.59. Slush fund, separate from paid Shaycation.
Because there are some months where I don't get paid very much at all.
Yeah. But that's just acting, you know?
Yes.
Birthday gifts and Christmas gifts, we save $100 between those two. We got to use our birthday gift category this month. I felt very happy about that.
Yes.
Giving is $10. And then the hosting category we added, like we said, just this month for next time somebody wants to come visit. We don't have any plans right now, but it's always something, you know?
Yeah.
So there's $50 for hosting. Oh, these are all caught up. See, I moved some money out of TSA pre-check too. So I want to fund, I want to replace that. Passport renewal, we need $10.80. Cool. We may need to expedite this if we want to get passports with our. We changed our names officially, so we may need to expedite this if we want to get new passports with our.
I have to figure out a day when I'm going to go sit in the DMV.
Oh yeah, $76.46 is the rest of our travel budget. We paid for a rental car. We're gonna go visit some pals. Now I'm gonna snooze this and move this $76.46 to that category. Who are the pals we are going to visit? Except we are in the way. So we have $76.46 set aside for that little trip we're taking.
Okay. I think that's everything.
Is everything for this month.
Yes.
Then let's check the calendar. So my next paycheck is on the 6th. So we need to fund the bills that are going to come out before the 6th. Which is several.
Many.
Rent funded. Sheesh. It's honestly not that bad. It's just the gym is a lot.
Yeah.
Okay. All of our category are $0 underfunded. Let me make sure that there's nothing else coming out. That's all in future transaction insurances and things.
Okay.
Nothing here. Okay. Okay. Everything is cleared. We are good. Let's put, I'm thinking $200 in rent. Which again, this is a bonus paycheck week, so that is still extra, which is still nice. And then I'm like $483 on something Wish Farm.
Sure, yeah.
Do you have a preference?
$483 on the mattress topper.
Great.
There we go.
I wanted to get one of these this month, but it's just not happening.
And that's
on overspending. Student loan time. Something happened with the student loans this week. That was very weird and wonderful. They just randomly were like, oh, also, some of your interest got forgiven. And I was like, what? And I was doing a little chat message thing with them. And I was like, hey, so I noticed that the balance has gone down. Is that like real? And they were like, oh yeah, some of your interest got forgiven because of something, save plan something. And I was like, I don't know if I trust that. And they were like, no, it's gone. And like my balance went down and everything. So I went through and adjusted this. So it's down it was like $6,000. I don't know if it was just like them, because they were still adding interest all throughout this whole time with the save plan. So I'm wondering if it was just them doing a correction on what they were supposed to be doing all along. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not mad, but I still don't necessarily trust it. You know?
Yeah.
But I'm timidly happy. We've got $300. We don't have any extra to put on the student loans, but we put, quite a bit extra on the student loans.
Yeah.
In general.
So much extra.
This month. So I feel fine. Look at $3,100 on the student loans this month.
Yeah.
That's a lot of money.
Crazy.
That is crazy. So let's go through and pay that right now.
Oops, sorry.
Okay, so $1,038 is what's left on this loan. $300 onto that loan. Submit. Done. I know this isn't going to change, but I want it to. We can do this in 1 month.
Yes, I believe we can.
Considering it already in the plan here. is $536 is already accounted for with the base $1,200.
Yeah.
So all we need to come up with is 100 and
100 and most of another 100, but not all of another 100.
164. 34. Dang it. I was right the first time. I was right the first time.
That's very impressive.
Okay. An extra $164. And then this one is paid off in September.
Our challenge right now is, or the challenge for September is, how much do we have in date night?
How much do we have in there right now?
No, how much do we normally allocate to date night on a given month?
Oh, $175.
So, if we only spend $10 on a date night.
Our challenge for the month of September. The challenge for August was my Roth IRA. Nope.
That didn't end up happening.
That's okay. I have work retirement. Shay doesn't.
Yeah.
Whatever. We'll do another video on how badly that challenge went. But our challenge for September is free date night. So if we don't spend date night money, or we spend less, because we have $97 in there right now, and it's going to roll to September. So all we need is $165 for the extra 38 cents or whatever.
I think we can do it.
I think we definitely do it.
I doubted you at first, and perhaps I was wrong too. I'm feeling confident.
I think we got this in September, yo. I really do.
Okay.
Even with the crazy amount of overspending. It's actually kind of annoying that if we hadn't had that crazy amount of overspending, we could have just knocked off an extra 100 or 2 right now. But, you know, you live and you learn. It's a hard, I'll make us bigger so if we're just going to chat. It's very important to me that we still live life while also paying off all this debt. But it's, it's hard to find a balance of paying off the debt while also living life. It's important to me and it's hard. Both things are true. And there's no life lesson in that. It's just true. It's just hard.
But I think the beautiful thing about what it is that we do is we give ourselves back quite a bit of agency.
Yeah.
Where it's like we have everything we need to survive. And, the choice really is in our hands about where we're going to put that money.
And it is. It's just a choice. Yeah. It's just a conscious decision that we have to make. Is spending this time with friends more important than paying off an extra $100 in student loans? And this time the answer was yes. And sometimes the answer is no.
Yeah. Yes.
And that's okay. Because nothing is promised. All right. I think Tuesday is going to be the chili recipe finally. Yeah. We didn't forget. We didn't forget about the chili recipe. In fact, we remembered so hard, we made it into an entire own video.
We did.
Probably a little long for what is at its heart a simple chili recipe, but we like to make videos, so we made video. So yeah, we're trying out a bunch of new videos and stuff.
Yeah.
Lately, and unfortunately, you guys like all of them.
Thanks
for liking the videos.
Yeah.
They're fun to make. And the more different ones we have, the less I need to think about what to do on a Tuesday, which I also really appreciate. Clipping along towards 1,000 subscribers, which is insane.
Yes.
Hello, all you wonderful people. Thanks for being here. We're having a wonderful time. And we're going to keep on keeping on because obviously we've got a long student loan road ahead of us. So having all these little fun videos in the in-between is actually really fun. Because I think it also helps demonstrate that, living life while paying off debt thing.
Yes.
That is so important. So we're going to keep doing that. Thanks very much for being here.
Yes.
Big fans of you guys.
Yes.
Have a great rest of your week. We'll see you on Tuesday.